Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Evoland 2. In the previous episode, we chased Cherry across the rooftops of Genova and defeated her, only for her to ask us to try and stop Reno, whom we followed to the mines of Genova, and ended up fighting Cherry's sister, Plum, gaining her bombs and going through a very Bomberman-esque sequence of events to defeat her yet again and discover that she also wants us to stop Reno, whom, as we learned, has gone to Professor Giro's laboratory. Now then, if we follow the path around a bit, we should be able to come to a chest that contains... I can find it. Some red goop. Good to stockpile it, even though we actually haven't been using our red potions, though that may change soon. Because we've got a boss fight coming up. No doubt about it. It's definitely the door to Professor Giro's laboratory. It is precisely described in a number of authenticated documents that date back to the Empire. Despite many attempts, no one has ever been able to open it. I can't help but wonder what secrets lie within this infamous lab. Hey, I have an idea. We could just dig here. Why try breaking down a heavily secured door where you can take a shortcut? Because clearly nobody thought to do that. If only it were that easy. Several tunnels have been dug out, but they all ran into a ridiculously strong black metal. It would appear this door is the only way in. Precisely. And here I thought no one else cared about Professor Giro. I underestimated you. You are quite well informed, human. And you seem to know quite a bit yourself. Who are you, pray tell? I am your worst nightmare, who spouts terrible cliches. No, I have to disagree with you there. In my worst nightmare, I wake up on one morning in a pink dress surrounded by mushrooms that think I'm their princess. Gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. Why does it always have to be mushrooms? It couldn't be! I remember you. You were with my father 50 years ago, the day the Empire attacked us. You are the reason they found us. My father trusted you, and you betrayed him. You are the reason they all died. Your father? You mean Menos? That means you're his son, Reno. Reno, whatever. So it is you. But how? You have not aged in 50 years. No doubt thanks to the magic of your sorcerers. Now I shall finally avenge my father's death. No, you're wrong. Your dad, Menos. He's alive. Liar! You disappeared with him that day. It's the truth. When the Great Magus attacked, we were transported far from here. Very far, in fact. It took us all this time just to get back. Where is he, then? My father. Where is he? Unfortunately, he's not with us. He's, still there. But we're gonna save him really soon. I hope so, anyway. If only I could believe you. I wouldn't have had to do the things I've done. No, what have I done? It's not too late. You can still stop. But it is too late. Cherry, Plum, how will I avenge you if I abandon my cause now? Vina is telling the truth. Your father Menos is still alive. I'm sure of it. I wish I could believe you, but I will never trust a human. I'm done dealing with you. But I tell ya, boss time. My father will be avenged. Best we can do is just move diagonally and avoid any attacks he makes. Then when he tries to fling a ball of energy at us, hit it back at him. Of course, that's only phase 1. 2 references in the same 10-minute span. Best thing you can do is move diagonally to avoid his attacks. And make sure you throw the ball of energy back at the one who's, you know, not faded away. That was weird. Never seen him do that before. Or seen his clones throw balls of energy. And with that, he's done. Not particularly tough if you can avoid his initial punches. Oh, how I despise humans. You should not be as strong as we demons. Your bodies are weaker. You lack physical strength. You live shorter lives than us. So why? Why must you always win, time and again? 50 years ago, I lost everything. My family, my friends, my father. The nightmare is finally over. I can be with them now. But do not rejoice just yet. Others will come in my stead. Someday, the weapon locked away in this laboratory will be triggered, and it will destroy your world. And on that day, we will finally have our revenge. We'll make sure that day never comes. Only time will tell. Kuro, we did it. We actually managed to change history. The Great Disaster won't happen, and the future is saved. Is it? I really wish Menos could have been here with us. Maybe he could have convinced Reno we weren't his enemies. Look! The energy released by Reno activated the door to the lab. Oh no. Now anyone can access the weapon. Not if we get to it first. We could destroy it. And while we're at it, unearth the secrets held in that place. What do you think, Kuro? Should we go in? I mean, we're gonna have to no matter what to advance the plot. So, yeah, I guess so. Also, what is up with that glitching out texture to the right of the door? Yes, it's up to us to prevent the Great Disaster. Judging by certain scrolls dating back to the Empire, Professor Giro rediscovered Magi technologies. This is a unique opportunity to find out more about them. As a scientist, I simply can't let a godsend like that pass me by. Whatever you decide, Kuro, I'll follow your lead. But I'm a bit worried about Menos. Yeah, you and me both. Boy, that looks ominous. Oh, a bunch of new versions of pots for us to smash, and something glowing on the ground. It's incredible! I've never seen relics like these. Got a bad feeling about this. That's 3 references. For those of you counting. Looks like this place was abandoned a hell of a long time ago. I suppose no one's come here since Professor Giro disappeared. That would have been approximately 50 years ago. Perhaps we will stumble on his remains somewhere. Sorry. Remains? Why, yes, with any luck. After all, the professor most probably died here. I wonder what this does. Eek! A ghost! That looks nothing like a ghost. More likely a recorded message. In fact, why don't we see what it says? February 15th, 9:47. I have just arrived in this time period. I tracked the signal of the defective model that led me here. I managed to do away with them, him and the woman. I will stay here and wait for Subject X to appear. End recording. It's most assuredly Professor Giro. He never went anywhere without that mask. So, that would imply he, too, could travel through time. Let's find the weapon and destroy it. Ugh, this place. I've got a really, really bad feeling about this. As you should. Simply astonishing. I should be taking notes. Well, not much to do except explore the area. Huh, what's this? Blurry images of an odd critter running around. Some kind of blue hedgehog. Weird. Uh-oh. What's going on? It's some kind of alarm. I think perhaps we're not welcome here. These guys look especially nasty. I think we should join forces and face them as a group. I agree. Kuro can choose the strategy and we'll take care of the rest. Yep, active time battle mode. This isn't a turn-based thing. The enemies will continue to attack while you're sitting around. First things first, have Kuro just attack the enemy. Then when it's Velvet's turn, well, actually now it's Fina's turn, have her charge up. Have Velvet use her magic to activate Armor of Frost. That'll give you a nice defensive boost. Then, ouch. Fina's next turn, have her attack, or if necessary, heal, because she can't do that. Now, you can use combos, which if two characters are ready to go at the same time, then you can attack with both of them, or all three in this case. Or, never mind. It can do a lot of damage if you've done properly. Your team got 15 experience and found 3 gold. I think these metallic creatures detected our presence when we stepped on that grating. Watch where you are walking. And don't need to tell me twice. Thing is, I'm gonna have to walk across this, which apparently doesn't cause me any problems. So yeah, you can avoid the fights altogether. Though that's not true 100% of the time. Okay, first things first, gotta get up and around. That doesn't work. In order to get a chest which contains Oricon ore. That's the only Oricon ore in the entire area, so we're good on that end. There are still some collectible stars and a collectible card. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain that Giro's lab is a one-time only visit. And if it's not, then it's a place you're not going to be visiting for a long, long time. There's no way to go around this grating. And prepare for a tough fight. Yep. Okay, better to take out the weaker enemies first. No, she's got confusion. Sorry, wrong person. Now we want to use magic to get Armor of Frost going. So you have Kuro attack. Now there is something else you're actually supposed to do with Velvet on her turn, but I wanted to show off the combo. So what you're supposed to do is use Booster first on Fina, then on Kuro. Then after that, have her continue to refresh her Armor of Frost as necessary. Now, keep in mind, their magic does restore, I believe, each fight. But yeah, booster is essentially the equivalent of haste. More coming this way. Ah, crap. Yeah, mana restores between each fight. Health, however, does not. Yeah, unfortunately, our turn meters freeze up each time they attack us, so hey. It sucks, but oh well. Who am I dealing with? Right. Yeah, if done properly, you can hit multiple opponents with Fina's charge, or slash. Now, if you really want to set up a combo, you can use the wait command, which doesn't completely drain the turn meter, but it just pushes it back a little bit. I took out 2 of them. That's something. Ooh, actually, I probably should have used heal. Yeah, definitely should have used heal. Oh well, get it to her on her next turn. So yeah, you don't really need to worry about having enough potions to get through this. This thing's still alive? Alright, there we go. Is that it? Good. Hey look, a Dalek. You must find some way to deactivate the grating. We'll never be able to take on all those creatures. Agreed. We'll eventually run out of resources or get overwhelmed. So, in order to do that, we need to find and press in order a specific set of consoles. Look, a chest. I know what's in there. I think. Security 1 disabled. Then we head over... Wait. No, we head over this way to get to this console. Then we hit this one. This one. Then we go back around this way. Grab this console. Smash up these jars and get this one. And lastly, this one. Security system disconnected in Lab 16 and 32. That door opens and these grates no longer activate. In here we get collectible star. Not what I was thinking of. The one I was thinking of must be further on in the lab. Ooh, save point. But first, let's take care of this. July 14th, July 14th, 949. As expected, Subject X has appeared. Only a young girl at this point, but her power is already phenomenal. I managed to capture her, but I've been unable to destroy her. I have started the energy extraction process, which should weaken her. End recording. Ah, crap. Huh? What's going on? How will we manage in the dark? Yeah, in this part of the area... Hey, the light's back on. I sure hope that doesn't keep up much longer. Yeah, it could be a bit inconvenient. Let's find the generator and try to fix it. Yeah, this actually plays a factor in the fighting. And look, an Aliens reference. So it's not just games we're referencing here, it's also movies. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, the lights, as I was saying, the lights play a factor in the fighting. If you try to attack when the lights are out, then you're going to miss, like, completely. So, not only do you have to wait for your turn, you also have to time your attacks for when the lights are on. Wait for it. Yeah, I was hoping I could get two of them. Not sure if the same applies to them, though. I've never actually seen it. Alright, Velvet could use some healing right now. Thankfully, magic doesn't miss, so that's something at least. And of course. Now, you can actually charge up Velvet to use her ice attack, which will freeze enemies. Can be useful. Don't you just love it when something gets perfectly timed to screw you over? And she can hit multiple enemies with it. And more fighting. Probably going to want to use Venus Heal next turn if I don't feel like there's a good opportunity to use her Slash to take out multiple enemies. But I think there just might be. Wait for it. Bam! Okay, now I definitely need to use her heal to, well, heal her. Whoops, wrong button. Ah, that probably was going to be the finishing blow. Oh, sure, they can hit us when the lights are out, but we can't. Hit them, that is. I better refresh my Armor of Frost. Let's see what happens when I charge up to level 2. Wait for it. Bam! Not much of a difference. But then I'm gonna wait to pull off a combo. There we go. Much better. And I really need to pay more attention to where I'm selecting things. Oh. Yeah, the light thing is going to be very annoying come the end of this. Thankfully, it only lasts for this section. Is that the last of them? Good. Now we just gotta... Oh, son of a... Surrounded on all sides, huh? Fine. Vina's definitely gonna have to pull double duty on the healing. Burrow first, because he's closest to death. Probably get a charge off and use Velvet's ice to freeze some of them. That is, if she doesn't die first. Alright, may as well hit these ones on the right then. If it doesn't freeze them, it'll at least slow them down. Nope, it does not freeze them. Let's wait for a combo. There we go. Guide says combos aren't really worth it. I beg to differ. Alright, now that we're down to one, I'm just going to take some extra time and do some healing with Vina. Is that it? Good, 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 good. Let's see. This switches over here. Just one. Okay. So create guardians, extract magi energy. Huh. 1 out of 5 controllers activated. Yay. Activate the top right console. Screw you. Watch what you're doing, you could end up breaking everything. No. Follow my advice. No. Why does no one ever listen? Because I don't want to. Okay, let's get across this bridge and see what's here. December 2nd, 948. My predecessor made great headway. He must have lived here for a long time. In preparation for Subject X's arrival, I have begun to implement an automated security system and recording. Okay. See, 2 out of 5 consoles activated. Let's see. Where's empty? There's supposed to be something in one of these. Hey, there's something inside. 20th of the collectible stars. And what's apparently supposed to be a ribbon. Reference to something, not quite sure what. Could be the ribbon of Final Fantasy fame. But that doesn't really matter now. Now then, there's supposed to be some switches around here. This machine was used more often than the other ones. Maybe we can get something useful out of it. I'll see what I can do. These machines don't scare me. Just a bit more. There, got it. This machine was apparently used for... wow. so what exactly is WoW? You got me there. We're out of time, but I'm going to keep going until we find another save point, because unfortunately we can't go back and use the other one. Alright, Vina's in a perfect position to use her slash to take out all of them, or at the very least heavily damage all of them. Wait for it. That's one down. Charge up again, hit him with another... Well, actually, probably won't need to hit them all, because I've got a combo. And may as well get some preemptive healing done on Koro. Come on, Fina, hurry it up. Let's see. Ooh, what's this one? Some creature obviously attempted to use this computer with its claws. Could it be this one? Or one of its siblings? Alright, 2 more to go, and then hopefully this light problem will go away. Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid those grates and go around them. Ah, of course. Ooh, nice. Got all 4 of them in one. Damn, I was hoping it'd be weak enough. Come on. There we go. Looks like we can't get to that one without stepping on the grate. Joy. These guys are getting on my nerves real quick. Nice. Did not expect to get all 3 of them. Alright, I'm gonna give Fina a charge so that she can get to healing. There we go. Now they do regenerate some mana each turn, but now I have to probably offset the costs. For her to charge. Let's see if I can't take out some of them. Probably would be a good idea to go after these guys. They are the weaker group, but not weak enough. Alright, gonna need to get her Armor of Frost going again. And Fina's gonna need some healing on herself. Okay, did not expect to get two of them at the same time. That just oh, I thought they managed to kill him. Evidently I was mistaken. I think from now on I'm just going to start cutting out the fights, because unless something truly interesting happens, they're not really worth showing. And the last one is over here, which is on a grate. So I'll probably be seeing you guys after the fight. Or there is no fight. Whatever. Backup generator activated. Yes, the light's back on. Alert level is now at 0. Good. Security measures deactivating. Finally. I was getting a little sick of all that random combat. How about you, Kuro? Yeah, that's the problem when dealing with the past. You never know how much these systems have aged. Ah, yes. Jokes on nostalgia. Now then, let's see. Red sign to your left. Hold on a moment. I gotta go track this down because this is one of the collectibles we need to get. Okay, this is where we need to go. Just go back to the start of this area, go down, you'll find a chest that contains one of the collectible cards of Reno for some odd reason. And a bunch of pots for us to smash. Okay, see you guys back at the save point. Just want to make sure I've saved before ending this recording so I don't have to do all that again. Okay, so with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content, and I will see you guys in the next episode.